Okay, happy Friday, everyone. So it's the last trading day of the week. I actually had a hilarious night last night, New York session. Really, really funny. As in, haha, not really haha, but it was a bit of a shit show last night for me because entered on the initial first chock. So if we, oops, that wasn't meant to move. We go back to last night's session, right? See here. So last night we had buy side liquidity taken out before New York. We had a 4-hour FVG price went into. So for me, that was the sweep. I then got in on the 1 minute chock, the first 1 minute chock, which was just before 9:30 p.m. So what happened is, if we look at the 1 minute, I'll actually show you. And then anyway, then we'll have a talk about what we're looking at today. But if we go back to last night, right, here we go. So you can see this first chock here, right? I got in on this. Price came down a little bit. I was in profit, probably about 50, 60 bucks or whatever it was. I moved my stops to break even. Now, the reason I did that, you can see at this low here, was 9:15, right? So we still had 15 minutes before market open. So for me, we can see volatility, which we did. We saw price come back up. So stops were at break even. I knew there was a chance that price could have gone up and swept further. And I didn't want to get stopped out. I thought, look, if I'm going to get stopped out, I'll get stopped out at break even and I'll re-enter. So what happened is got stopped out at break even. As you can see, price came back up. It didn't go above where my initial stop loss was. So my original stop loss was above here, this swing leg, which was quite high. I was only risking 0.25 on the trade, so it wasn't much. I wasn't risking much at all. So anyway, stopped out at break even. So I thought, okay, I've got to wait for a re-entry. I got a re-entry here, right? I was greedy. So I got a re-entry here. I was targeting 3R. So you can see price went down and did 2R. So I was targeting 3R. Price, I had an alert at 2R. My trade hit 2R. And when it hit 2R, I moved stops to break even, right? Because there is a chance after 2R for it to reverse, which it did. It came and it reversed. So it took me out again. I didn't allow it to take me out at a full break even because I'm like, nah, I've just sat here. I've just freaking committed to this trade. I'm not getting stopped out at break even. So I actually closed it in $50 profit. So that's what happened. So it was absolutely shit show for me last night. I could have got another entry, as you can see. I was actually targeting levels very low. So, and it went, so see this purple ray, this is what I was targeting last night. Yeah. So, and as you can see, price went straight through it. So that was below the Asia lows. I believe that was my Asia lows from, let me just check. It'll be from over here somewhere, but I'd have to go on the higher time frame to find it. But anyway, they were some lows that I was targeting that hadn't been mitigated. Anyway, price went and fell exactly straight through it. So everything was right. Bias was right last night. Levels I was targeting were correct. However, I just got very unlucky with those two break evens. But you could have seen, look, there was many opportunities for me to re-enter. I was over it by that point, and I just thought, nah, I'm not re-entering. I'm just, yeah, I'm calling it a day. So I called it a day with 50 something dollars profit. So anyway, we lived to trade another day. At least I made some profit. Didn't have a disaster of a trade. Right, so if we go to the 15-minute, right, so this is London session. We haven't taken liquidity yet. It's 2:17 p.m. my time. So at the moment where price is sitting, we're respecting this FEG. If we keep pushing up, we'll probably get a buy side sweep and be looking for further sells today. We've got liquidity resting at the Asia lows. We've got some liquidity resting up here that can be swept. So I will, as usual, check in when we swept some liquidity and let's see if we get a nice trade today and what we get in on. But yeah, I've got some areas here you can see of interest for the sweep. And then below, here's an area of interest for the sweep. So once we hit some of these targeted areas, be looking for, if we hit up here, I'll be looking for a sell. If we hit below here, be looking for a buy. But where price is currently is kind of indicating to me we're going to sweep buy side liquidity and be looking for sells this session, which is great for us because if we look at the overall bias and the overall trend right now, we're in a downtrend. So we've had this huge uptrend. We've broken this low, come down, right? So we've still got a fair bit of liquidity resting below here to be taken out. So yeah, we're in a sell cycle at the moment. For us to get back bullish, we need to be breaking these highs. We've got these small lower highs in here. So yeah, we need quite a bit of a reversal to be getting a change in market. So yeah, let's see what happens today. And hopefully we can get a nice 2R this session. And if we don't, as per usual, we'll head to New York tonight. Okay, so hopefully we are, hang on. All right, screen sharing. All right, so we are back. So if we have a look, I'll show you what's happened here. So London session, we didn't get a setup during London session as such. So we didn't sweep the buy side liquidity till late. So you can see here, 4:15 buy side was swept. And then if we drop down 4:15. So when I'm trading the London session, I'm only trading between like 3 and 4, and I'm at the computer before 4. It was very, very slow, and I didn't enter this. But you can see if we drop down to the 1 minute, you can see it was a 2R setup. So it still played out perfectly. It just was very late. It had the change of character here. There's an FVG here. That could have been the entry. Stop loss above, 2R hit easily. You can see it melted further. It then took out, look on the 15 minute, I'll show you. We then took out the sell side liquidity. So this big wick went and took out liquidity, and then you can see on the 1 minute, so this cycle, the sell side cycle happened, and then now we're off for the buy side. So sell cycle, you can see 18:54, so nearly 7 o'clock. We then had a change of character up here. So if you have a look, this was definitely a market maker model. We had the change of character. You had the FVG, the entry on the FVG. Look at that 2R. Being that this leg is such a wide, I wouldn't have a stop loss this wide on such a leg like this, because look how wide you'd have to have your stop loss. That's why the stop loss was above or below this this level here. So you can see easily would have had 2R on this move. If you, oh my God, let's say for instance you did have your stop loss there. Let's see, what would it be where the market is now? A 1-to-1. But yeah, you just wouldn't have it this wide outside of silver bullet hours. So we just wouldn't be doing that. So anyway, you can see easily this trade 2R. So at the moment, what we're looking for, if we go back to the 15 minute, I'm now going to be trading New York, just because London, I didn't take those setups because it was outside of the hours for me. So if we have a look now, we're coming back up to buy side liquidity. Now I've got alerts up here. So if we look at the 4 hour, right, so we've still got this liquidity up here. Okay, we got this wick here. We got liquidity up here. So let's mark out this wick, which looks like price is just going to fly up. So if we mark up this wick, that's a form of liquidity. We've got liquidity up here. Right, so I'm expecting sells coming in New York. If we have a look at market structure, we can see we're overall very bearish at the moment, okay? We've had a huge bullish run, and now we're overall bearish. And yeah, for us to have a market structure shift to the upside, we would need to take out a lot of structure here. So at the moment, I think we should come up, take out this wick. We could get an even better even better market structure, not a market structure shift. Oh my God, my brain's not functioning. Sweep of liquidity, this FVG, right? We go to the daily. Let's have a look at the daily. Right? Look at all this in the daily. Right? We've got some nice liquidity, higher time frame PD raise here. And if you look on the daily, if you look at this, we haven't had much of a sell-off as such on the daily. Look at this small amount when we've had this huge run, you know what I mean? So I do expect, what the hell has just happened? Let me just fix this. Yeah, I do expect we're going to have a nice sell-off. We are kind of in the middle of this FVG at the moment. We've got this down here. Look, we've got a lot. So being a Friday, I reckon we're going to get a really explosive move. And it could be one of two ways. It's either going to play out how we want it to, or you're going to get a very explosive move to the upside. It's going to be either. So we'll see what happens at the moment. Look, we're so close to tapping in. We've got this FVG here. We've got that alert above. I think it's going to be a really nice trade. And then as soon as we hit some of these liquidity areas, I'm just going to be dropping down to the 1 minute, waiting for these entries. And to see we're about an hour an hour and 25, no, an hour 20 away from market open. So let's see what goes on. Okay, I know this looks really messy. My chart looks absolutely crazy at the moment, but as you know, I've got that alert here for possible liquidity. I've actually drawn in 2 more lines. So this is our 50% retracement level, and then our 618 is just above. Now, that's a fair hike. But if we do push up and this goes off, we have got a high probability to come into the 50%, and that would be really good. So if we see that, that's going to be a really strong liquidity sweep in my eyes. So I'm just mark these areas up on purpose for that reason, because we're still only early. It's 8:13. So we've got plenty of time. We're only kind of just tapping into this area. So that's where our last newest liquidity is resting. So we've only kind of just like, you know, tapped into it. We haven't gone through it. So let's see what happens before New York. Okay, so look, price is doing exactly what we anticipated. It's coming into these levels. So we've got liquidity here. We've got an FVG. Price is going to sweep. Buy side liquidity. We are definitely going to be anticipating some sells if we get a sell set up. So yeah, let's see. This candle should push higher. That was so, oh, I thought the candle came up a little bit. It's like, hang on, no, I'm going to pause. Okay, and like clockwork, what do we have happening? Look at this candle, drive, drive, drive. About to break a structure now. We're going to get a push higher. So this is our buy side liquidity sweep playing out right now. Let's see what happens. I will be shortly dropping down to the 1 minute, getting ready for my execution tonight, because I have a feeling it's going to be quite quick. We just need to see where this candle's going to go, whether it's going to come up to our alert. Remember, past our alert, we have a 50% as well. So it'll be interesting to see how far this candle goes. But yeah, we've had that nice break structure to the upside. We're going to go take some nice liquidity. We have a look on the 15. I just want to remember what I had the alert there. I think that was a 4-hour liquidity PD array I had. Yeah, so we've got our FVG there. Yeah, it looks like definitely going to come up to this FVG. We've got our 50%. We've got the beginning of the FVG there. We could definitely get a push up there. Yeah, watch the 1 minute. So for a break of structure for this particular trade and this leg, I'm going to move this down here. I'm going to put an alert on it just in case. We'll see. But our structure is probably going to change. It's only 8:30. I am hoping for a little further push up. So if we go to 15 minutes, we'll have a look. Yeah, so I would like to see further push up, to be honest. We've got this FVG here. It'd be great if we could fully mitigate that and come into this area. Check that out. It literally is taking out that liquidity exactly to the 50%. I've got to get ready now. Look how crazy this move is. So it went straight through the 50%, and then we got the 618 just above that. So let's see if it actually taps into the 618. That will be a continuation. So if it taps in there, we're looking for a really nice sell. I will wait very patiently though. I'll just move this for a minute because yeah, we've had a huge, I have to move this. Yeah, we've had a huge push up. So let's see what happens. For me, break structure is going to be down here now because we've just had this big leg. We kind of need some down candles, up candles to move. And we don't know if this is the top. We could still go into this area. So let's just see what happens. Hopefully we can get couple of down candles, bit more of a push up, then we can have a breaker structure up here. But we do need a bit more down candles. But yeah, fantastic move. So all those levels we anticipated have been taken out. We've just got this last level up here, which is our 618 continuation. So for the downside, which I would be highly, I would love to get a sell from that level. And if we did tap in, I would then risk a sell from here for a breaker structure. Depending how we get on, we'll see. I'll be back. I'm going to record it because I feel like we're going to push through. We're going to push up to that level. And then our breaker structure is going to be something like that. And 2R. 2, there we go. Oh, that's not right. Got that. Yep, I just want us to tap in there. Okay, we've tapped into the 618 now. That was an important level for me, 618 for continuation. Yeah, I was mucking around with this, creating like limit orders ready, and I accidentally clicked it. By accident, I executed when it wasn't meant to execute. You can see here, it like opened me and closed me at the same time because my tool wasn't even ready. It was in a stupid, something like that or whatever. And you can see, lucky, it was a tiny amount, but it closed me. Yeah. So anyway, so hopefully when we get a set up tonight, that will get that back with the 2R. It will get that back in a little bit of profit, but that's just freaking peed me off. But anyway, it's all right because we're not ready to trade yet. It's 8:40. We haven't had our market structure shift, so we've just been going up still. So we've gone past the 618. We're just, yeah, we're going right up. We've had news and stuff, so this is what this move is. Okay, so I've entered fairly early on this trade. So this is quite risky. So I want to see what happens, but we took out so much liquidity. This appeared to me to be the high. I have entered before a proper market structure shift. We had, you can see it's very messy, this structure. So we've had this straight leg up. We had this bit of a dip, then we had the up, and then this candle here broke that. So that's kind of what I've done. So yeah, it's risky. It's before the open. So let's see what happens. Going for a 2R on this. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I just want to see this low broken here. You can see the real reason I entered. So we had this up, we had these 2 down candles, and then we had the high created up here. These 2 down candles were broken with this leg. That's where I entered. We had this FVG up here as well. So I don't know. I was happy to risk it. You'd see we've had a bit of structure here. The high, lower high, low, lower high. So let's see what happens. We'll get a nice close, hopefully below here. I'll be feeling a little bit better in this trade. We've got this FVG here for targets. We've got this big FVG here. This is just a 2.27. Not a huge trade. I think this is 270, but this little boo-boo I had over here, yeah, it will, yeah, get back that and a bit of profit, you know, to end the week. But we'll just say this is really risky being before the open. There's nothing stopping me putting stop loss in profit. If this trade allows me to, we'll just see. Then I could wait for an actual solid entry. We'll just see what happens. We'll just risk it for the biscuit. Stop losses above there. If I get stopped out, then this was not going to be the last high. So we'll just see. Risk it for the biscuit. If we can get a nice close below here, we'll see. It's coming up to 9 o'clock now. Hopefully we'll get a bit of volume. Being the hourly open. Yep, so we're coming back a bit. Let's see. Yep, here we go. This is what I wanted to see, right? 9 o'clock, bit of volume. Push, push. Let's see, what do I move? Break even. I want to really see this push down further. We have got some different structure here though. That's the only thing where I'm going, okay, this is good. If we close above this, let's move this for a minute. If we close above this, then we could get stopped out. So we'll just see. We've also got that FVG there that it could use. Let's see what happens here. Could be a nasty one. But then I risked it, didn't I? So let me just see, where would be my new break of structure if we do get stopped out, would be down here. So we'll just see. Well, we're back in. Yeah, we've got to get it to stay down, but doesn't want to yet. All right, I'll check back in. Okay, so she's coming back down at the moment. We want to see a nice close below here. We've got the FVG here. I do think this is looking solid for where we are at the moment, but we just need to see a bit of volume. We've got another FVG here, which is promising. We just got to get out of this sideways action. And then just see down here what else we have for liquidity. Yeah, so we do have this nice FVG resting there. If I get a fib, I'm going to get a fib and see where our 50% is, just to be, I could be targeting a little bit more than 2R maybe on this trade. So let's have a look. Let's fib her up. God, we've had such a move. Such a move. I might even, yeah, I'm going to have to be quick, I think. I think this is going to be a fast one, guys. So I do want to be quick. I do want to just move this down a little bit, just because I have a feeling our 50%. Let me just. Okay, so our 2R's about there, and I've got our TP just in the middle of this FVG at the moment. So if we have a look, that's about a 2.83, so it's not too crazy. Just put it back to 2R at the moment, just so we can see what's happening. We can definitely move our stops to break even too by this point, or soon. And if we look at the 15 and we look at our liquidity levels, that should be fairly fine where we've got our take profit, because we have also, where this is all bloody junk from today. I've got to get rid of some of this shit. Yeah, we're dropping nicely. Yeah, I think that should be fine. We've had this huge leg up, and if we look, we haven't had a 50% retracement at all of this leg. So if we go to the swing low to the top, but there, yep. So our 50% is resting there. And we haven't, we just went fully up. We haven't had a 50%. So our 50% is right here. So where our target will be, it will be fine. So we will draw a ray there. So, oh, shivers. I'm going to put one of these, and I'm going to get rid of a heap of these bloody horizontal rays off the chart too. Okay, I've got stops moved to break even on this trade because we're coming into New York Open. So yeah, this one may just really hit the 2R pretty quickly. So I just want to see what happens. And I know I did this the other day and then it reversed. I'm just going to watch. If it looks like that, I'll just quickly close it. I just did want to, yeah, because where's the trade sitting at the moment? 41. So from that last trade, it's nearly in profit. But I just want to, we want to break below here. If we break below here, then our last lower high will be here. It'll be less likely for us to be stopped out at break even. So let's just see. I just want to see when the account so-called goes into profit. Well, not the account, but for the day from that bloody little stuff up I had. So yeah, we're minus 20. So yeah, we've had that shock. I think this is going to be fairly solid now because if we're doing a 2R entry, traditionally would be entering here. Right, so where our TP 2R is there. So this should be really fine. So let's just do this. We should get a nice push down now after that chock. And yeah, we'll go to that 2R fairly quickly, but I would love to target the 3, which I think it's not 3. Let's see, how much R is it? Can't remember. 2.79, not bad. I'm only doing that because that will be about 200 for the day profit after my little fuck up before. Okay, it's about to be the open shortly, and we are sinking at the moment. Our 2Rs there, our target's just below here. I'm thinking of moving it to the top of this FVG instead of halfway where I have it. I want to see how price reacts. Yeah, so our stop loss isn't even that now. Oh, we're getting a really nice push. See that volume. We should be up in profit now. Yep. So let's just see what our profit's sitting at when we're very close to that 2R. So yeah, so we're in profit from that buck up before. But yeah, we just want to see nice amount of volume coming down. This is definitely possible. So we're about to hit the 2R now. So yeah, so up 72 at the moment, around that 2R would be around 80 something. But our 3R, not 3R, but 285 there. I am tempted to move our TP up, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just see. We'll see. We're very close to there. And just yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're just going to, yeah. Hang on. All right, we've tapped into there. Let's see. Sometimes this is what happens. We tap into the 2R and then retrace, which is what I saw yesterday. But I just want to see, because we're so close to the open, we may get an aggressive dump down. So that's why I was just tempted to move the TP up, but have I? Yeah, I've got that above. Should be fine. So yeah. Oh, that can't be right. 3.95. Why is that saying 3.95? That's not correct. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I'm wondering whether we're going to get a bounce off here, guys, to be honest. Possibly, or it's all right. We'll leave it. We'll just see, because we're getting that aggressive push. That's it. Yep, I think we're going to be right. Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll just bring him up. Oh, yeah, push. I might just, yeah. Might just, yeah, let it close now. All right, we've had that FVG. Oh. Yep, we're going to get a close. Come on, push, push, push. Down we go. Right, we're out of the trade. So let's see, how did that one end up? Okay, perfect. So that ended with 171. I did put it up a little bit, so I closed out a little bit early. You can see, oh, it would have closed there. So just above where my alert was. So let's see if it actually would have hit the full TP, which is there. It hasn't set the alert off, so maybe not. But I'm still happy with that. That ended up, am I actually recording? Yeah. Yeah, so that ended up in a lot better situation than what we hoped. So anyway, so ended up in a nice profit after the first little bit of a boo-boo here, but really good. So we predicted the high was here, and then obviously had that change of character. Very happy with that. And if we had entered off this, would we have hit 2R yet? Maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, well and truly would have hit 2R. All right, what a good end to Friday. Good profitable week.